I mean, I'm not disappointed with the draw, but I feel like the win was there to be taken. Some absolutely horrendous performances in the likes of Mount, Gallagher, some really, really good performances as well in the likes of Ziyech and Mudryk off the bench looked amazing. And a couple of other players that played really well. And overall, it looked like Potter was trying to build something. So, interesting times ahead.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. It's a stalemate at the Anfield. And yeah, they've been naming this as El Crapico, El Shitico, whatever you want to say. You can see clearly it's two average teams coming together. But I felt us like we should have smelled blood. Like off the back of that first half. I felt like we were more in control. I know there were certain moments where it looked like Liverpool was getting the ascendancy back. But at halftime, I wish Graham Potter was a little bit more bold and not waited till the 81st minute to, get rid of most of the players. I know he brought in Mudryk at 55th, which is great. I would have even started with Mudryk at halftime. I would have just made that change. But maybe Mudryk wasn't ready to play the entire 45 minutes, but Mudryk looked good. From the little minutes that he got, obviously from the 55th minute, all the actions that he did, Mudryk did a lot more than some of the players that played either 90 minutes or even came off at 81st minute in the likes of Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher. How Conor Gallagher played the entire 90 minutes, that's mad for me. And Mason Mount, entire match, again, nothing. There's a clip that's circling around in social media. Have a look, ladies and gentlemen. He picks up the ball, he takes it forward. He's got no idea that there's a player behind him who he should have seen a long time ago. And literally, it's like taking a candy off a little kid. That's how they snatched the ball off him. But starting from the top, the lineup, when it first came out, I didn't know what was going on. I saw Lewis Hall and Cucurella, and I was like, whoa, how are we setting this up? But looked like it was a back three with Chalobah as the RCB and Cucurella as the left wing back. Hall was in midfield and Hakim Ziyech playing as a right wing back. Hakim Ziyech, for me, was sensational. Was our top attacker. He was our top attacker. There was a couple of dribbles. There was one in the second half. He took the ball all by himself. Had he scored a goal off the back of that, I think the roof would have been on fire, and the entire Anfield Stadium would have been silenced. I mean, Ziyech, some of his passes obviously were overhit, crosses were overhit, but that's the threat. Like, that's the risk that you take with Ziyech. At least he poses some sort of, he's asking questions. He had a fantastic game, and defensively as well, there were times where Ziyech tracked back and helped out the defense massively. So, look, the lineup was a bit mad to start off with, but we started the game very well, and I could sense that Liverpool were nervous. You didn't have to wait for the game to start. You could tell that Liverpool, with the topsy-turvy season that they're having, obviously we too, like we're having a bad season, 100%. Both of us are in the same points now, I believe, 29 points. Only the goal differences are making, are separating us. And this is why I said, let's take the game to them. I think this is the perfect opportunity. I even said it in the preview. Look, I'm not going to be unhappy with the draw, but maybe there is, they're there to be taken. And that's where I have a slight problem with Potter, where I just feel like had he sensed blood, maybe we could have got the victory. But overall, Potter, honestly, you can see he's trying to develop something. Build-up was really good. Play through the midfield onto the attack was really good. We've just not been able to finish things off. Let's talk about some of the positives first. First of all, let's start with Hakim Ziyech. Honestly, I would really reconsider whether to let him go. I think I would let many other players go first. Hakim Ziyech is now slowly building momentum again, and I feel like Graham Potter, maybe there's a connection building. I thought maybe he didn't rate him, but today a couple of times in the touchline, he grabbed Ziyech and gave him some instructions. Maybe Ziyech is believing in what Potter is wanting to do with this project, and maybe Potter is believing in Ziyech. I will really reconsider. I know there's a lot of Chelsea journalists out there, more specifically Matt Law, talking about Ziyech. Chelsea open to let go of Ziyech. I don't know whether I would be anymore. Even if Joao Felix, when he comes back, I would still consider having Ziyech on that right wing, Mudryk on that left, and Joao Felix just behind the striker. Whether that's Havertz, whether that whoever else, it doesn't matter. And then obviously Mason Mount or Gallagher's position comes into, lots of scrutiny. So for me, Ziyech, I would not let him go. I really would not let him go. Not right now. I think he's looking all right. And I would rotate him with Mudryk, and I would rotate Mudryk with Sterling. So there's good depth. So that's definitely a highlight for me. Hakim Ziyech overall created havoc. As I said, that dribble. There was another time where he was, nice dribbling sequence through the middle, and I think ultimately passed it, which just didn't come into, didn't materialize into a goal at the end. But even first half, there was a crowded amount of people, and he found a nice, lovely pass through all of that crowd to find Havertz. Havertz, I think, then squared it to Mount. Mount should have taken a shot, but he laid it off to Hall. So for me, Ziyech provided a very big threat for the opposition, and consistently asked different questions. So for me, that's a tick mark. Second positive, Mudryk off the bench. Mudryk off the bench was wow. He's rusty now a little bit, of course. He hasn't played since November. But I think as time goes on, you can see the pace, the electric pace, that dribble that he did inside the box, almost scored with his left foot. And do you know what was more surprising for me? It's his passing. A couple of times he put Chukwuemeka through on goal. Had Chukwuemeka his feet, if he just stayed on, it could have materialized into a goal. But Chukwuemeka fell, he slipped. So for me, Mudryk, wow, I can't wait. Couple of weeks off now, which is fantastic. Develop, work hard in the training ground, build that chemistry. I think Mudryk is going to be an unbelievable player for us, man. That 1v1, he'll take the players on and he'll smoke them as well. Wow. Cucurella, shout out to Cucurella, man. Brilliant game. Brilliant game on that left side. Defensively, really good as well. Offensively, tried to link up as much as he could in midfield. Obviously, he didn't bomb too forward up. There's Salah there. A couple of times Salah went through, I'm not going to lie, but, that's Mo Salah. But overall, some key interceptions, some key clearances. Cucurella, that was tick mark for Cucurella. Really, really good. Kepa really didn't get bothered too much. Liverpool, they got into some really great positions, but it didn't materialize to any goals. And Kepa at the end kept it neat. Thiago Silva, obviously, what can I say? Sensational, flawless once again. Buddy Shield, I'll have to say the first half was 50-50. A couple of passes, a bit strange from him from deep. A couple of the defensive actions as well. I don't think he was spot on, but much better second half. Yet another clean sheet, and both Buddy Shield and Thiago Silva should be happy with that. On the right side, Chalobah, yet another injury, ladies and gentlemen. The injury list continues. We'll see how long Chalobah is going to be out for. Aspilicueta coming on late. I think Chalobah got injured about 81st minute. Aspi did a job right at the end, and that's all you can expect from Aspi. 10, 15 minutes max, 20 minutes, right? That's where we are. We need that right-sided player. Marlo Augusto, whoever else we're linked with, let's get him in. Very, very important. Obviously, Reece James back into training, so let's see how long that takes till he comes on. A couple of weeks off, which will only help the situation for these players to slowly come back. They're back training, which is great. In the midfield, Jorginho, not bad at all. I think the game was good. I don't think his partners, Gallagher and Mount, did any favors. There were times where they were just leaving him exposed. There were times where those brothers were giving the ball away. So Jorginho, for what he was given, I think he did a decent enough job. His build-up with the CBs was very good, smooth. One-touch passing was great. Conor Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen, I'll kid you not, it was a good cardio session from Conor Gallagher. All he did was run. There was moments where I was just seeing just a body just running through the screen this way and that way, not with the ball, just running. It was proper chaos. There was literally a moment in the second half where He got the ball and then he ran into someone, head on ran into someone. Then he tried to chase back and he fouled them. He was just erratic and chaotic, man. This guy needs to calm down. Few times where he had the ball in the final third, no passes, no technical ability to find a pass, no technical ability to hold down to the play and wait for our players to come forward. I'm now absolutely confirmed this guy needs to be sold. Look, I appreciate his passion, his desire, his the love for Chelsea Football Club, but this guy's not Chelsea level. I'm sorry, Conor Gallagher is not Chelsea level. That's not what we need. We need better. We need much better. And if Newcastle's there or Crystal Palace with 40 million, whatever the money is being thrown around, I'll take it. Straight away, take it. Mason Mount. Wow. This is a proper demise now. It really is. This Mason Mount decline is like it's unbelievable. He's a lot of people are comparing it with Dele Alli's decline. Mason Mount today was not in the field. A ghost. You could take him away and you'd be like, are we really missing anything? There was a pass in the first half which was intercepted. He was trying a Hollywood pass once again, intercepted. That could have almost materialized into a goal for Liverpool. I think it was Harvey Elliott that crossed it in and Silva with a header. Had Silva not put the header, and put the ball away, maybe Liverpool get an opportunity to score. People don't realize these things. There are mistakes that Mount and Gallagher are making in midfield, and then people are blaming Jorginho for it. Big mistakes that these guys are making, which are putting us in deep trouble in transition. Mount, I would really think twice what I'm going to do with his contract. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. At this moment, I'm even considering to whether to just let him go, sell him. If he should be up for sale. If Liverpool are keen. Off the back of that match, I don't really think Liverpool would be that keen. If there's an opportunity, if he continues like this, I don't even know what value he brings off the bench. This is borderline. That moment in that second half, how he got the pass, he could see so many players in and around him. There was one player running at him, and he's just gone for a Sunday morning stroll in the park. And then he got the ball snatched off him. That for me was mad. That was mad for me. Lewis Hall, look, don't want to bash this young kid too much. There's certain things he does well, then there's certain things that are just outrageous. He was playing in midfield today. A couple of times deep. He was trying to take on 2-3 Liverpool players deep in our half. That's not smart. That is not smart. That's inexperience. And this is why I don't advocate for Lewis Hall to start every match. Graham Potter's just got to watch himself with Lewis Hall. Bits and pieces. Let him just build up the experience. The odd start here and there, I don't mind. Starting now almost every game. Making mistakes as well. Defensively. Putting us into a lot of pressure. Yeah, moving forward, he's fine. He gets into good positions to score. Once again, today there was one opportunity. But shooting, once again, he's got to work with. Kai Havertz. First half was okay. That goal was offside. Obviously, that goal was offside. Whether it was Silva, I think it was Silva who was offside, to be honest. I think it came off Buddy's shield. Silva was offside. But I guess Havertz was there to put the ball in. But look, there were things he was doing good today. The movement was good. The energy was good. But then there are other things where sometimes when we want to go long, and it's fine to go long at times. You can't just always tiki-taka your way to the opposition. Havertz just doesn't, that hold up, just doesn't have the body strength to hold the ball up. And that pass, he just doesn't release the ball quick enough. Some really good, runs that's been made, and he's not passing it. Look, overall, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the substitutes came in. I feel like Graham Potter should have smelled blood, man. That game was there for us to be taken. That's the only, criticism that I have for Graham Potter. I think the subs, had he shown a little bit more aggression, maybe we could have got something earlier on. left the bulk of the substitution quite late, especially Mount and Conor Gallagher. Really shouldn't have stayed in the field for that long. Conor Gallagher played 90 minutes, Mount played 81 minutes. There was no need for that. No need. Glad that Mudryk came on in the 55th. Mudryk probably should have come on half-time. But look, take the draw. We'll work on it. And after that, we've got Fulham. We have to beat Fulham. We have to beat Fulham. At home, away from home, they humiliated us at their home ground. Now we need to beat them at Stamford Bridge. Hopefully, Mudryk can start. Hopefully we can see some minutes for Reece James. And we get better and better. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Let me know how you feel about that match. Your positives, your negatives. Want to hear it all. Till next time. See ya.